The timeline isn't just history, it's a crime scene. The target tonight, a Roman emperor, Caligula. The charge, reality integrity violation. A mess. The man they send in to clean it up, I know him. Mandrell. To the Bureau, he's Agent Mandrell. To me, he's P-Man. This is his file. This is Chronocustodial Confidential. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, requires diligent maintenance. And sometimes, that maintenance involves a cosmic janitor, staring at a glowing dossier, wondering if reality just threw up in his lap.
Okay, so last week it was excessive conquest flexing. Easy, just confiscate the guy's gold chains. This week, this is What Is This?
Assignment: Gaius Julius Caesar Augustus Germanicus. Known to Earthlings as Emperor Caligula. Known to the Bureau as Project Temporal Administrative Bleed, Code Orange.
Code Orange? Seriously? We're on a color-coded alert because some ancient dude got a little too zesty with power? What's the worst he did? Declare Tuesday's Hat Day for the Legions.
Among other things, he appointed his horse, Incitatus, to the consulship. Intended to make him a priest. Built him a marble stable with an ivory manger. And crucially, expected legislative feedback from said equine. This occurred around 39 CE.
He put a horse on the Senate? Is this a metaphor? Am I being punked? Did some timeline-hopping frat boys spike my coffee? Because this has to be a cosmic hazing ritual.
It's a genuine equine bureaucratic integration event. His decrees are now bottlenecking the entire Roman branch of the historical significance server. We've got forms autofilling with whinnies. It's a mess.
Of course it is. So you want me to, what? Give the horse a performance review? See if he's hitting his KPs?
We want you to assess the reality integrity and see if a corrective filing protocol is feasible without causing a paradox. Or, at the very least, categorize the absurdity for future generations of cosmic janitors. It's for the archives, Mandrell. Think of the data.
Oh, I'm thinking of the data that says I need a raise or a very strong drink.
Mandrell materialized, not subtly, right next to an artisanal golden water trough within eyesight of Incitatus's marble-lined stable. The horse, oblivious to its cosmic import, whinnied politely. All right, Incitatus. P equus. Consul. Let's get this over with. Section B7. Demonstrated leadership qualities. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your ability to indicating disagreement with current taxation policies, possibly. Right. And your thoughts on the proposed grain tariffs?
Ah, my dearest Incitatus. Have you been consulting with the esteemed Bureau representative? He is quite diligent, isn't he? Far more so than those mewling senators.
Emperor Caligula, Mandrell, Bureau of Narrative Integrity, just conducting a routine consular competency audit. Your horse is articulate.
Indeed, Incitatus understands the true heart of Rome. Unlike those worms who merely pretend to listen, he is a pure soul, unsullied by the corruption of ambition.
Right. So, about that consul thing, my bureau has some discrepancies. Like in section Gamma 7, ability to comprehend complex legislative text, Incitatus scored a 0, and he kept trying to eat the parchment.
Nonsense! His wisdom transcends mere literacy. When he nudges the scrolls with his noble nose, it is a sign of divine approval. Or perhaps a subtle rejection of the plebeian grain dole. One must interpret.
Yeah, I've interpreted a lot of weird stuff in this job, but horse prophecy is a new one. Is there a union for this?
Later, in the hallowed halls of the Roman Senate, Mandrell observed a session that redefined rubber stamping. Incitatus was, predictably, present. The senators, predictably, looked terrified.
Okay, so the horse is here, wearing a custom-fitted toga. I'm pretty sure he just snorted during a debate on aqueduct funding, and a senator immediately declared it a divine mandate for increased public works expenditure. These guys are good, or terrified. Probably terrified.
My esteemed consular colleague, Incitatus, has indicated through a particularly profound flick of his tail that the proposed tax increase on olive oil is insufficient. The people demand greater sacrifice for Rome, and perhaps for extra grooming supplies.
Greater sacrifice for Rome. Translation: Daddy wants a new chariot made of solid gold and perhaps a tiny solid gold hoof pick for his best boy. This is basically how half of corporate America operates, just with fewer hooves.
The Senate, deeply uncomfortable, unanimously approved the increased tax, along with a supplementary budget for imperial equine welfare and infrastructure development. A dangerous precedent, even for Rome.
Right. Another uncategorized budgetary anomaly for the system. I'm gonna need a specific subcode for expenditures on non-sentient governmental officials. This is gonna clog the data stream for centuries. We're talking existential QuickBooks here.
Caligula's reign continued its descent into glorious opulent madness. In 40 CE, seeking new triumphs, he gathered his legions on the coast of Gaul, ostensibly to invade Britain.
Okay, so let me just confirm this for the Military Operations Oversight Forum. You gathered legions, you marched them all the way here, you built siege engines, and then you ordered them to collect seashells.
The spoils of victory, the treasures of Neptune, a tribute to my divine power over the very oceans. Besides, the logistics for a proper invasion were a nightmare. The boats smelled like fish. Incitatus gets seasick.
Seashells? You declared war on seashells. My last boss at the Bureau declared war on office donuts, and it was more productive. This is peak failure to launch right here. This is why we have forums, people, to prevent this.
The invasion, predictably, did not occur. The legions, confused and mutinous, returned to Rome, their pockets heavier with sand and tiny iridescent gastropods.
Campaign objective, misguided. Actual outcome, beachcombing. Cost, entire Roman military budget for Q3, and my sanity. This is going straight into the do not repeat file. Section 4, subsection. Seriously, dude?
Unsurprisingly, Caligula's unique brand of leadership eventually chafed some of the less shell-obsessed members of his court. On January 24th, 41 CE, during the Palatine Games, a conspiracy reached its bloody, inevitable conclusion.
Right. Caligula died, assassinated by his own Praetorian Guard amidst the chaos of some theatrical performances. Classic. Look, I get it. Sometimes you just gotta force majeure the problem.
Mandrell began the tedious process of categorizing Caligula's legacy of madness for the Bureau archives.
Okay, final entry. Emperor Caligula reign. Primarily a 4-year-long improv show with unlimited budget and zero self-awareness. Cause of death, unchecked ego leading to, well, you know, standard bureaucratic adjacent dismemberment. What about Incitatus? Does he get a pension, a gold watch, a tiny equestrian laurel wreath?
Incitatus, though stripped of his consulship, reportedly lived a long, comfortable life. The Bureau assessed him as low risk for future political shenanigans.
Figures. The only stable element in that entire timeline was the actual horse. Guess I'll file him under unsung hero of equine stoicism. And then I'm taking a long, long cosmic vacation. Somewhere without emperors, or seashells, or Form 304B.
Case closed. For now. Don't make us reopen it. This is Chrono-Custodial Confidential.